Alrighty, so we will have our paper in front of you with whatever tool you're using. I have a pencil and then I have a pen. Now, and I also have a marker. So with these tools, instead of using a brush pen or a thicker marker, this is a much larger tip and it's more flexible so that you can move around, so that you can do something like that. The marker, it's a little more difficult, but it can be done. Now, with these, the tip's smaller. You can't get that same feel to it. So there's a thing called fake calligraphy, and this is the calligraphy that I learned first. It's really easy, it's simple, it's less complicated than regular calligraphy is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the pencil. I'm going to write the letter H really nice and big so you guys can see it. Just like that. It's a simple H. Now, do you guys see when I'm going up and when I'm going down, when I'm going up and when I'm going down? Because that's the part that would typically look like this. Right? You should compare the two of when I'm going up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So typically, you would need to make these lines thicker. And all you would have to do is draw another line that's next to it. Are you talking about on the marker that I just used or the pencil? The marker, okay. Well, the marker, I can do another review at the end too. Like we discussed the last 2 weeks. Marker is just, oops, there's a piece of hair. It's just light pressure up, dark pressure, or thicker pressure down, so that you can get that soft line and then thick line. I do it one more time and then we'll move on to the pencil. Just like that. Okay. Going back to the pencil. And if you guys have any questions, there will be a designated time at the end so that you guys can ask any questions you have. So, like I said before, you're going to want to make the line that goes down thicker. So we're going to do this. We're just going to make a line like that. And then down here, we're going to make a line like that. And then we'll make this a little more smoother. A little more smoother. And you can just color it in. This line is too big for me to sit here and just color it in. But you guys can kind of get the point just to show the different consistencies of the line. Just like this one, it's light up, dark down. I'll do like a quick little. Do you see how it looks similar? It's a little blocky. It definitely takes a little bit more effort to make it look smooth and like flowy, like in the top one. But this is definitely a fun little like technique that people like to use. Does anybody have any questions before I move on to a way that you can actually do calligraphy with this pencil? Can I show you the H? Yeah, go ahead. Show me your H. All right, that's fine. You can do it again and show me the end. So I'm going to try one more time with the pen so maybe you guys can see it more clearly. And I'm going to do it smaller so that I can actually color it in and you guys can see. I'll do it right next to this. That's why I chose a bright pen. So we're going to go up that. Do you guys see the similarities between the two? Like I said, it definitely looks more blocky, but once you get the hang of it, and it won't be just like regular calligraphy, but it's just a fun technique you can use when you don't have the fancy tools or any brush pens or the markers, or when you just have a pencil or a pen in your hand and you're bored. Now, do you guys prefer me to do the whole alphabet, or do you want me to write like names or words, that specific words? In the chat, you can just say alphabet or words, whichever one you prefer. Okay, we've got 1 words, 2 words, 3 words, 4. All right, I think we'll just go ahead and start with words. Is there any specific words you guys want me to do? Or do you want me to do the basic, like hello? Cat? I can do cat. Okay. I'll do it one time with the pencil and one time with the pen. Like the month, like this month? What month are we in? May? I think I can. Yeah, we're in May. Okay. I'll do cat and May. Thank you for choosing smaller words because it takes a little while to color the lines in. Make it shorter this time. So just when the line is going down, I'm filling it in to make it thicker, which is the whole point. The whole point of calligraphy is that those different pressures and consistencies within the word. All right, so there's cat with the pen. And then we'll do May with the pencil. Just so you guys can see the different words and different tools. While you're doing this, it's really important that you put a lot of space between the words. Otherwise, it'll look cramped and messy. And I'll show you guys what that looks like. Spacing between the words is always usually important because then you never want your words to look cramped. You want it to look nice and flowy and, pretty. But with fake calligraphy, you want to make sure that there's space between every letter, in the letter, just like in the M. If it was too close, it would have looked, and I'll show you guys what it looks like in a second once I'm done with this. It can get a little, bumpy or uneven, like my Y looks strange, but it's definitely something that takes a lot of, since you're just writing the word, there's a lot more space to mess up. And you have to be really patient with it, but it'll be worth it once you have the way you want it to be written. That's how you write. Okay, now with the marker, I will show you what it looks like when the words are too cramped together, or the letters and the words are too cramped together. So I'm gonna write May again, but I'm gonna write it really close together. Okay, just like that. Now if you look, when I'm trying to make the letters go you have little room for the letters to breathe, and it kind of just looks extra choppy and close together and cramped. Now you don't want that to happen. You want to put space between each letter and between every letter, in every letter and between every letter. Now when you're working with fake calligraphy, lines are very important because then you have something to work with and it's not so messy. All right, anything else you want me to go over? Is the difference between the two? This one looks more like calligraphy and it looks more smoother and flowier. I don't know if that's a word, but I just invented it. This one looks choppy and blocked and just messy. And the lines are important because this one, I wasn't following the lines. You can look, it's slowly slanting. You want to make sure that, especially if you're a beginner, and I haven't worked with folk calligraphy a lot, so I consider myself a beginner. Folk calligraphy, not flow. You want to work with lines. And just in general, calligraphy is much more easier when you have lines. Usually when I'm working on something, I draw lines. If there's no lines, I'll draw lines. That's much more nicer and smoother. All right, anything else? Okay. Is calligraphy easy? It can be easy. Sometimes it's difficult. It takes me multiple tries sometimes to get something right. You should check my papers. Anytime I'm doing a project, there's like 10 of them where I mess up. It takes a lot of patience. Yeah, it's sometimes it takes a while, sometimes it's quick. It depends on what you're doing. But it'll be hard at first, but it can get easy once you get the hang of it. Can I do hello? All right, do you want me to use the marker, the pen, or the pencil? Do you prefer using fat or thin markers? I prefer using everything. There's always a way to do calligraphy with any kind of tool, really. Pen, marker, thick marker, thin marker. So yeah, pencil please, okay. I can do hello. Just a piece of hair. Okay, I got it. I'm following the lines. I'm putting space between the words, the letters. Okay, I have the basic hello. Now I'm going to add the lines. And I'm usually going to add it to the part that is flat. So just like you can see here, if like I did this before, but if I had put the line on this side, it would have looked like it stopped there. So I'm going to put it on the other side where it's flatter, like I like it. That's the way I like it, I meant. Just like that. Nice, smooth. And you want to make sure that it follows your letter. You don't want to make a straight line. You want to make one that follows your letter. Just like that. And you can even leave it like this. Sometimes when I'm writing, this is like a different font you can use. But when you're doing faux calligraphy, you color it in. And working with pencil is so much easier just because you know you have an eraser. Now teaching virtually is hard because I can't see you guys, but I'd hope that when I'm writing these words that you guys are following along, just so you can compare, or so you can see my technique and repeat it, and just for the practice. Because I'm really hoping that you guys are not just staring at my paper while I'm coloring these things in. It takes a little while sometimes. Thank you. All right, now with the pencil, a much more advanced technique. I just learned how to do this, and I've been doing calligraphy since middle school. You don't have to follow along if you don't want to. I'm just showing you guys the different ways. The first few weeks, of course you can show me your cat. I love cats. The first few weeks of this course is, oh, meaning the word. Yes, you can show me. Well, anyways, the first few, while she's showing me her thing, the first few weeks of this course is me just showing you guys the different ways that you can do calligraphy. And then we'll get into the nitty-gritty letters. So this is, like I said, much more complicated. It takes a lot more patience, a lot more work into it, but you don't have to. I love it. Yeah, it looks really pretty. Good job. Now, one thing that I would tell you is to make sure that when you're drawing your lines, that you want to make sure that you can tell where the thin line is and where the thick line is. So you want to make sure that when you're doing the calligraphy or the cursive in the first part, you want to make sure that you are going up and down, just like that. And then only when the part is going down, then you draw thin lines. just like that. All right. Okay, I was talking about calligraphy. Okay, so there is a way that you can do calligraphy with the pencil. Now, don't judge me because, like I said, I just learned this and it's kind of difficult because it takes a lot more pressure because the pencil is so thin. So once you go up, all you have to do is press down, just like that, and you can do calligraphy. And I don't know why it took me so long, because really it's just pushing up and down with the pencil. It just took me a lot more patience and more energy to get it right because it's so intricate and so detailed. So if you want to follow along, go ahead. But when you take your pencil, all you have to do, just like with a regular pen, I'm using a little tripod thingy for the first time, but since it's so detailed, I'll take it off and I'll show you guys more up close what it looks like. If it'll focus, maybe if I put something here. There you go. So just like regular calligraphy, you want to go up and then down thicker. Up, down. I think because it's so small and so delicate to work with, kind of, because the lead, you can't push too hard on the lead, but you also want to push just hard enough so that it doesn't break, but you still get that thick line. So yeah, that was just like a quick side tutorial. And you can also do it with a pen, I think. I've never tried it, so let's see if this works well. Yeah, no, I'm not getting the pen yet. I don't know how people do it. I think it's more with like a ballpoint. This is a gel pen, I think. So anyways, anybody have any questions before we move on? Oops, sorry. I still don't know how to work this tripod thing either. There you go. Ready to move on? Okay. So that was really it about the faux calligraphy. This is the part where I can review how to do the alphabet with the marker again, one more time. Or if you guys have any questions or you want to write something specific, this is the free response time. Or if you want me to do the alphabet with the pen or the marker because it's easier to see, I can also do that. Whatever you guys want. This is your time to show me what you're working on, or because you know we're not in a in-place or in-person setting. Okay, I can do the alphabet with a pencil. Let's go to the favor. Can you write the alphabets at home or doing calligraphy at home? You know how to write with any assistance. With what tool? With the marker? This marker, I would presume. Assume. Sorry guys, this is early for me. Just let me know in the marker in the chat. Sorry, not a good morning for me, or afternoon I should say. Whether you want me to use the brush marker or the regular marker. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. If I can get this thing to work. Oh well, the brush marker looks like this, and the regular marker smaller. So this one is used for calligraphy, and this one is used for folk calligraphy. The brush marker. Okay, I can do that after the pencil. And today I will be setting up a remind. So I will be emailing you guys or your parents or whoever is email you signed up with for the join code or the number that you text to or the code to the class so that that I can send you guys pictures and tools and stuff like that. I was meaning to do it in this last week, but things got a little out of hand. All right, we'll do it with the pencil. I don't think you guys can see that. Can you guys see that? She'll start from the page completely. Can you guys see that? Capital letters. Yes, I can. At the end. So I don't think the pencil with the alphabet will work out. So I think what I'll do is I will do a picture. I will work on it after the class. I will do the picture and then I will send it to you guys through the remind because it's not showing up on the thing and I can't hold the phone while doing it. So, and then if you have any questions, you can always let me know. All right. I will the brush marker now. If anybody has more questions about folk calligraphy, feel free to ask. I will get you guys the picture of the alphabet and the pencil. I'm really sorry, but sometimes Zoom camera isn't the best camera in the world. So let's move on to alphabet because I did tell you guys I was going to work on alphabet. All right. So, and then I'll do lowercase with the brush marker too. So here is the alphabet letters. I'm going to go ahead and keep going. If you guys have any questions while I'm working, feel free to ask. I still have no idea if you guys can see that well or not. There's the first three letters. There's the next two letters, if it'll let me show. F, G, and H. What about on this side?
Can you please move it away a little bit from the paper? Because I can't see really well paper.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'll try. Hold on. I'll just hold it. Let's see if that works. Like that?
No, I mean move it away, not closer.
Oh, away?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. There's L, M, and N. And forgive me, guys, I don't work with capitals a lot, so it's gonna look a little iffy sometimes. There is O, P, and Q. Scratch that. That's not a good S. Oh, there you go. I messed up. There's R and S.
What is the letter next to the P?
That would be Q.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a little strange only because Q, it needs to connect to the next letter. And it can't look too much like O, because then that would confuse a lot of people. So they chose, or I don't know who created the alphabet cursive, the cursive alphabet, the uppercase, but it kind of looks like a 2. It's a little strange. All right. There's T, U, and V.
Wait, can you show me the T just a little bit, please?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
No worries. The G, yeah. Right there. Yes, I can. All right, we'll move on to W, X, Y, and Z.
Can you show me the G, wait, how did you write the J?
The J.
And how did you write the G?
I wrote the J and the L. The J was like this. Right here.
Oh, that's the J. I thought that was the D.
The J is right here, the D's up here.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. And the G you said?
Yeah. Yeah.
The G is right here.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Hold on, guys. I think I forgot K. Yeah, I totally forgot K. I'm gonna write K.
And how did you write the F?
All right, I'll do the K since I happened to skip over it for some reason, and then I'll show you this.
No, I mean the F. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, this.
It's hard to choose.
There's the K and then the S.
No, I mean F.
F.
Yeah, F.
Oh.
F as in fox. Okay, thanks.
Sorry, the audio on here can get a little tricky sometimes. If you haven't been getting any emails, then you probably need to go to the Masjid's website, go to this flyer, and sign up versus there. Because if I don't have your email or your parents' email, that means you didn't sign up to the thing. Can you please show T, U, and V? Yes, I can. Or what you can do is just send me your email here and I will add you to the list. Yeah, I would prefer you to go through the Masjid website.
Can you please show me the I? The I, please.
Yes. I think it was on the other. Yeah, I'll write it on the other page again. Yeah. If you guys want me to show you guys in the letter, I'm just gonna write it on this new page because it takes a while to flip back and forth.
Okay, thank.
You're welcome. Are any questions before, or do you guys want to see any letter before I move on to the lowercase alphabet again? Yes, that is a Z. No other letters? A P? Yeah. A P is not that complicated, thank God. Like most of the uppercase alphabet is. P is just like that.
Can you do the Q, please?
The Q? Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks.
You're welcome. I'll tell you guys right now that I haven't used the uppercase alphabet a lot. Unless you like doing uppercase alphabet, nobody really uses the uppercase alphabet when they're doing calligraphy. That's why I have this picture up with a guide showing me how to do it, because I'm not the best at it, because you don't really see it a lot. You don't really need it a lot. So that's why it stresses me out a lot when I have to do it. Only because like the Q and the Z and the F and the G, they're also like different than lowercase. Lowercase is so much easier. That's why when I was doing it, I skipped over a bunch of letters. Like I was just so focused on getting the letters right that I wasn't thinking. You don't use it a lot, so it's not really common that you see uppercase calligraphy in the calligraphy world. An R, yeah, I can do an R. Oops, hold on. Okay. No problem. Oh, I don't think I finished talking about email thing. You could send your email to me like you just did, but I would prefer you to go through the Masjid website and to sign up formally, just so I can have your information more readily available, and I can get, your age, your like experience level, just stuff like that. Thank you. All right. Does anybody have any other questions? Oh, before I move on to the lowercase alphabet. All right. If you have any questions, you can always ask and I'll answer when I'm done. If you have any more questions, I should say. All right. Now, here are my best friends, the lowercase letters. Here's A, B, C, and D. And E. I can fit one more letter in here. Whoops, that's not a G. That's supposed to be a J. Okay, there's F, G, H, I. J, K, L, and M. N, O, P, Q. R, S, T, U. V, W, X, Y. And finally, the awkward Z. Any questions on the lowercase alphabet? Or do you want me to repeat anything? K. Yes, I can do K. You can do like that, or you can, how did I do it? I think I added a swirl. Yeah, I added a swirl, or you can add a swirl. The lowercase K kind of looks like an R. I think if you do it more like this, it'll look more like a K, but some people do like that too. Any other letters? Hold on, guys, I think I had my camera setting wrong. Let me see this. Maybe I can do the alphabet. Meeting settings. All right, I'll wait a couple more minutes for you guys to give me any questions or repeat any letters. Would you still like me to do the calligraphy, the alphabet in pencil? Because I had my camera in a weird, on the Zoom thing, I couldn't see myself, so I wasn't sure if you guys could see it, but apparently you guys can, and I just don't know how to work Zoom. So if you still want me to do the alphabet in pencil, then I can go ahead and do that too. Oh, thanks. Okay, I'll just send you guys a picture through the remind. All right. Any other questions? Otherwise, it is 2:22, so we will wrap up. If you guys have any more questions, feel free to ask. I think it'd be great if I would open the chat to see if anybody responded. Okay. Nope, I'm good. Okay, thanks. You're welcome. You're welcome. You guys are too sweet. All right. If nobody else has any other questions, you guys are awesome. We will go ahead and wrap up, and I will see you guys next week. Be on the lookout, or tell your parents to be on the lookout for an email from me either today or tomorrow for a code to join or remind. That way I can send you guys these pictures with the alphabet and the pencil alphabet and the marker alphabet, and all the kinds of alphabets. And so that you guys can talk to me too if you need. You're welcome.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye. You're welcome.